If the deputy president apologized, and we know that the deputy president is very careless with his words, but if this time round he apologized, it is good news. Yeah, those are the views of somebody, not me. It shows that the deputy president is finally listening to his advisors, and therefore it's a positive thing for UDA and Team Tangatanga. Well, I don't agree with those views. Indeed, what has happened over this controversy of the DRC and that entire huge country not having a single cow, the remark the deputy president made, is very telling about where our politics has reached and about the backroom tactics that are being used by both sides of the political divide. Actually, the revelation on my show today is super interesting. Yeah, that one I can guarantee you. So, karibu sana, and as usual, enjoy. The recent controversy surrounding the remarks of Deputy President William Samoei Ruto about DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, not having a single cow in the entire country. That incident, for close observers, it illustrated the way our politicians, both sides of the political divide, have adjusted themselves in readiness for the upcoming general elections. Let me explain. You see, in politics, the other side cannot do something and you're in competition with them and you fail to respond. No way. It is just like in a soccer game. The team you're playing against starts using some dirty tactics, trying to injure your players. Are you just going to relax, continue playing your game, focus on your game and ignore what your opposition is doing? No, you lose the game and you will end up with injured players. So you must respond, upendo spende. Now, most of us are very familiar with the tactics of the Ruto team, UDA and Team Tangatanga, especially the dirty tactics, the 36 bloggers who have been jumping on any remark made by Raila Odinga and then they blow it out of proportion. They use what Raila said against him. Now, this latest incident involving the deputy president tells us that the other side of the political divide, the Azimio la Umoja gang, Team Keleweke, if you like, now have their own people playing exactly the same game that the deputy president has been playing for a long time. Because let us be honest, let us place aside our emotions. Let us for a minute put aside any hatred we may have against the deputy president. And let's look at this bila feelings. The deputy president's usual style in giving his speeches is to exaggerate for emphasis. That one we know. Now, of course, that's very dangerous in politics. Indeed, somebody who wants to be a president in a country cannot afford such a strategy in their speeches. The words that come out of the mouth of a president anywhere in the world need to be measured carefully and then remeasured some more. Because the weight of what a president says is heavy, mzito sana. Ukiwa rais, maneno yako yanabeba uzito sana. That's the truth. But that aside, the remarks of the deputy president and the context, in which he uttered those words, DRC hakuna ng'ombe hata moja. There's no single cow in DRC. In my view, are harmless. He was not directly attacking the DRC. But then, because we have handlers, we have bloggers now working for Team Azimio, and ready to play the game. We always say politics is a very dirty game. And this is a perfect illustration. One dirty tactic gets a dirty response from the other side. Anywhere in the world. That is the way the game of politics is played. So now that we have these fellows, listening carefully to the deputy president's speeches, and looking for a place to trip him up, of course they jumped on this right away and blew it out of proportion. So much so that the deputy president had to apologize. He sent a statement to newsrooms to apologize. Which in my view, again, is another political mistake. A presidential candidate who makes a mistake, like the mistake the deputy president made, needs to speak the apology himself in front of people, in front of cameras, for it to be effective, for it to look genuine. But when you simply have a statement issued by your press people, your communication people, it comes across as not sincere. This is what has happened in this particular case. Remember, this is politics at the highest level. We're not discussing a parliamentary seat here. No. We're not even discussing the upcoming gubernatorial race in a county within Kenya. No. We're discussing a candidate for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya. Anyway, what has happened here, for those who are analyzing strategy, political strategy used by both sides, is that Team Azimio has now finally neutralized one of the most effective and strongest weapons, dirty as it is, that the deputy president's people have been using. Now, I used to be a regular player of soccer many years ago, and I can tell you, I'm not proud of this, there are many times we faced a team which was playing rough, trying to injure our players. How did we respond? We responded with the same tactics, without losing our game. What we did is that when they came in for contact, they received contact for contact. If you know what I mean. Akiinua mguu hata unainua. So they started fearing. And as a result, we neutralized many times that tactic of the team we were playing against. And so, this is a perfect illustration of what has happened here. This is not good news for the deputy president's team. This is not good news for those who want to make William Samoei Ruto the 5th president. That's for sure. And don't get me wrong, I'm not celebrating dirty tactics. You must realize it is not me who created the rules for politics. I found them. And therefore I must tell you the truth, how the game is played. And once again, what we keep on talking about on this channel has come out very clearly. And that is, the deputy president's team intending to make him president, is asleep. They're below par. They don't fully understand this game. Or maybe they're not experienced enough. Because surely the deputy president started this campaign almost 4 years ago. They should have anticipated that when the other side starts campaigning, when Raila starts campaigning, they're going to run into these kinds of problems. And they should have planned ahead. But then it seems the deputy president's tacticians are just responding to problems, are just reacting. They don't have any initiatives. In any game, that is tragic. That will lose you the game. Imagine going into a game as a soccer team and you don't have any plan. Your plan is to watch how the other team plays and then react. What kind of strategy is that? Definitely not the kind of strategy that will win you the soccer game. So same in politics. The situation now is that the deputy president is always reacting. No new initiatives. No new challenges that is offering to the other side. And that cannot be good news for his plans to move into State House with Rachel come August 2022. My sincere apologies. I did not address some people properly in that situation. This does not augur well for the plans that Deputy President William Samoei Ruto has of moving into State House in August with Mama Rachel Ruto. You know, the reality of the situation of our politics is that William Samoei Ruto is facing a very experienced politician. Indeed, the most experienced politician we have in these shores. And I'm talking about East and Central Africa and beyond. And when you're facing such an opponent in an election, you cannot afford to play things the way the Ruto team is playing them. Well, we hear that the deputy president does not take advice from anybody. That the experts are available. He gets very expert advice, but he ignores it. If that is true, then the deputy president needs to know that at this level of the game, you can never play it the way he's playing. You can't play it off the seat of your pants. How? This is the presidency of a country you're seeking. You need people around you. Not only do you need a sounding board to bounce off ideas, but you need people constantly monitoring everything you're saying, and indeed everything you intend to say. You can't just carry notes into a meeting and then you're reading from them and then adding your usual kachumbari. That will work if you're doing a team tanga campaign countrywide, like what the deputy president has been doing since 2018. That will work. But when you're going into an election, get serious. Now, before I go, I'm very grateful to all of you who are praying with me over the manenos surrounding my family, spiritual manenos. Indeed, a few moments ago, I responded to one of you and told you I have no words to thank you, to describe what you're doing for me. And that is very sincere. It comes from the bottom of my heart. And so I thank also those people who are praying against the evil covenant, which was made a long time ago, and is now targeting my precious children. I thank so much those of you who have requested the name, so that the prayer is directed in the right direction. The warfare, the spiritual warfare, names. and pleads for the power of Almighty God to completely destroy the work of the enemy. To completely destroy and dismantle the work of the enemy. Asanteni sana. Mbarikiwe sana. And of course I'll continue sharing other revelations as I receive them over this matter. So that our prayers continue to be directed with the lesser accuracy at the core of the problem. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.